Gas is at an all time high, and you may be wondering why. It all starts with the beginning of the pandemic and the initial stay at home order. Because people were forced to stay at home, no one was out on the roads driving their cars, which led to less people buying gas. That's why gas was so cheap during the height of the pandemic. This is because oil manufacturers provide fuel based on the demands of the people that use it. Because there weren't as many drivers on the road, gas stations and depots had a surplus of oil that wasn't being moved. So, in an effort to entice people to drive, they lowered prices. However, the low prices were sure to only be for the moment. As soon as people began to go back into the office and restrictions started getting lifted, drivers started getting back on the road. But big fuel owners and oil manufacturers weren't happy with the fact they didn't make as much money as they normally would during the pandemic. So they decided to raise prices to make up for the millions they missed out on during the pandemic. And that's why you're seeing gas reach up to $5 in places where it should be closer to $2 a gallon. I'm not sure if it'll ever go down because these manufacturers and fuel owners love money. And if they can make more money and face no consequences, they will. As of now, people are blaming the presidency and inflation for the high oil costs and not even considering the billionaires who give final say on how much these things actually cost. It reminds me of that King of the Hill episode where Buck Strickland and his competitors were just raising prices just because. Not because they needed to, because their supply couldn't meet demand, but because they wanted to squeeze every cent out of their customers to make as much money as possible.